Dream matches and Jonathan Coachman playing with coys. It is your 29th of July 2002. Review. Moo. And
we also got Moolah.
But, oh yes, we did. I forgot about that segment. That segment was goddamn fantastic. Damn it. I know we also got Shawn Michaels wearing a Saved One t-shirt with a wee bit of stubble.
He's saved. I might have screwed Bret Hart, but God has saved me. We start the show with Eric Bischoff. He introduces the newest member, or should I say members of Raw, because it turned out there wasn't one man in that limo last week. There was three. It actually turns out there was four, but for now there was three. The Un-Americans are coming to Raw. Test, Lance Storm, and Christian. Now, I think I might have said this last week, although the fact that they were just involved in that steel cage match made me believe that it wasn't them. Yeah. But I did know the Un-Americans were moving to Raw. Turns out, though, that's who Eric Bischoff got. And while it might not be a Triple H, it might not be a Brock Lesnar, I think this is a great addition for Eric Bischoff to get three guys, especially the tag team champs as well. There is only one set of tag titles at the moment, so not only...
They are like the only faction too.
Yeah, not only has he got like the only faction, not only has he got three good wrestlers and, you know, probably one of the most like in-form units at the moment, he's also got the tag team titles as well.
Yeah, it's a great coup by Bischoff, fresh from the steel cage. So they must have ran for steel cage to the back.
They must have, like criminals. They come down to the ring with the USA flag upside down. This does not please JR and the King.
No, it really doesn't. What the hell is this? It's upside down, JR. I like the fact JR and King are beside them on the ramp.
Yeah, we've got a new commentary position, although I think they moved that last week, no?
No. I'm just saying for this particular segment, it was good.
It would have been closer for King and JR just to get out their commentary chairs and go and battle them.
Exactly.
Don't know how that would have worked, but Storm cuts a promo and just bashes America. He bashes all the American icons, Elvis Presley, Marilyn Monroe, Babe Ruth. Basically just runs them all down, saying that they're all losers.
But he does put over Bischoff as like the only good American.
He's the only good American. Then he talks about John Wayne's family selling his image to a beer company after he died. He says that is disgusting. That's so American. And JR wasn't having this, not John Wayne.
He's like, you can talk about all these jobbers, but not the joke John Wayne.
Not my Johnny. JR's pissed off that John Wayne's name has been taken in vain by Lance Storm. Then Christian says that the heart of America is as cold as the Ted Williams parts. Didn't get it.
The heart of America is cold.
It's as cold as... I don't know who Ted Williams is.
It must be like a serial killer or something. Maybe. I didn't... Yeah.
Or someone who's dead.
Yeah, someone that's dead. Was there any other references that we didn't get?
That's the only thing that... It doesn't annoy me, but with WWE, obviously it being an American wrestling promotion, there's just some like American like culture, pop culture references that we just don't get. Same with the sports teams as well. Like we might get the basic stuff because we know like what cities they're in and like what we know kind of know like most of the teams are from what cities and states they play in. But there is just some things we ain't going to get.
Yeah.
Just like there's some things in the UK the Yanks wouldn't get.
I believe The Rock a couple weeks ago, I think it was on SmackDown, he did reference like Fraser on The Sopranos. Which is fair enough. I think most people knew The Sopranos. But I feel like there is references that just go over your head. And it's like, anyone who's not an American does not get the butt of the joke.
Definitely. Christian then says that every American teen can list every Britney Spears song, but they can't list the Bill of Rights. Christian says that Americans sit around eating Big Macs and surfing their favourite porn sites. I mean, well, Jerry the King Lawler does. Although, whatever porn sites he's on, I think would be questionable.
Yeah, Jerry the King, man, probably on the monitor at the fucking announce table. Good old JR's like, wow.
Storm, though, like you said, says there's one man who doesn't represent America. Storm says that man is Eric Bischoff. He had to work hard for what he got. But that is not all. Suddenly, this un-American promo gets interrupted by Shawn Michaels. Shawn Michaels demands Triple H. He says that he's going to exercise his right as an American to beat Triple H from one end of the arena to the other. Bischoff says that HBK will have to wait because Triple H isn't here. Test calls HBK a has-been and tells him to get lost. And then Shawn Michaels, in great fashion, tells Test, Christian and Lance Storm that you un-American Canadians don't like him because he smacked around your idol Bret Hart, which I thought was fantastic.
You can turn Christian, you can do whatever, but you know the Bret reference was coming.
Shawn tells Bischoff to either bring Triple H to him or he'll find him and bring what's left of him to Bischoff. Then Shawn goes backstage on the hunt.
Pretty good Shawn Michaels promo.
It was. Bischoff apologises to the Americans. Storm says it's okay. He understands it's not Bischoff's fault and HBK is just selfish like the rest of America. Storm says that they didn't come to Raw to be spectators, and Storm claims they will make an un-American impact tonight. You know what? For a promo that started with the un-Americans, I actually thought this was a really, really good start to Raw, good promo. And we can say Lance Storm is boring, but this guy's been doing a good job.
He has.
I'm not going to sit here and lie. I think Lance Storm is underrated.
He is underrated.
I don't agree.
He only works as a heel, though.
I don't agree with Vince Russo putting 10 million belts on him in WCW, but I think the guy's pretty good.
No, he is good. And no, else is good. Shawn Michaels. Seeing Shawn Michaels back in a prominent role.
I think this is the first good promo Shawn Michaels has cut. I just did not get the NWO stuff. Didn't feel like his heart was in it.
No. It was like, I'm here for a payday, me and Kev are on the red wine. That was pretty much what I got.
But now he's been attacked. Last week, Triple H hit him with the pedigree. Now we're getting the real Shawn Michaels.
I think why we're getting the real Shawn Michaels, because at this point, they've booked the match for him and Triple H. With other stuff, it's like, what the fuck, I'm just a manager.
Well, I was a manager last week, and this promo wasn't great. So.
Yeah, but my point...
It's official. Well, I mean, we don't know. Can Shawn Michaels still go? That we have to find out.
It's Benoit and Guerrero. No, Benoit. It's Guerrero and Booker T time.
Yeah, but Bischoff is backstage with Guerrero. He wishes him good luck tonight against Booker T. Bischoff is approached by a crew member who tells him a lady is waiting for him outside. Bischoff says, don't worry, he'll go and take care of her personally. Right, Booker T, Eddie Guerrero. What's your thoughts on this?
Guerrero getting jobbed out. That's my thoughts on it.
I don't know if it's jobbed out, but I tell you what, I feel like we went for a good Guerrero match last week, and just Guerrero went for not necessarily a good match, but
it just screams WCW.
Guerrero last week felt important. I felt he'd done a good job last week. I was impressed with him this week, but this week it's like last week I was impressed. This week it's like just back.
But it's weird though because Benoit beat Booker T last week, and Guerrero can't beat Booker T.
Oh, he did get pushed into the turnbuckle.
No, he did, but it's a results-based business, isn't it? I'm not going to go.
Not really. Fuck me. If you get beat by the turnbuckle exposed, then it doesn't really matter, does it?
Your point is right. Guerrero goes for like a believable feud against The Rock for a week to losing the first match, and it's like, all right.
Booker, it backfired. He removed the turnbuckle pad. He ends up getting smashed into the turnbuckle, exposed steel, and then Booker T wins with a scissor kick. We move on. Parking lot. Bischoff is backstage with May and Mueller. Bischoff goes to the parking lot. He finds a limo. He opens the door and he's looking for Stephanie McMahon. And as her theme song says, I'm all growing up now. And that is certainly what Mae Young and Mueller are. Grown up. Very grown up. About as grown up as you can be.
They're both ugly, man. See Mueller looks like a demon, not from this world.
Oh, hold on here. Like they're fucking 80.
No, but she's always looked like it. That's my point. You don't see her in like the 70s. Looked the exact same.
Well, Eric Bischoff isn't exactly.
You know what though? Fair play. They take bumps.
Yeah, they do. Fair. But Eric Bischoff isn't really exactly to be them. Happy to see them here. He tells them to get lost. Then
get off of me.
Backstage with Michaels. He's looking for Triple H. He runs into Booker in the locker room. Booker gets in Michaels' face. Michael says what he done to Booker was business. What he has to do with Triple H is personal. And he walks off.
I like this. Well, I understand the Goldust Booker T comedy stuff, but I feel like when Booker T needs to be serious, we don't need Goldust lurking in the shadows like a fucking goofball. That's me,
So Goldust should be taking a piss right now or something?
Yeah. No, do you not agree though?
You think Goldust has found God?
Whatever sort of God he believes in, I don't know. Satan. But do you not see where I'm coming from though? Like, I understand they're going for a comedy element, but this just didn't really need Goldust.
I know. You're right. Up next, we've got intergender tag match. It's Trish and Bubba Ray versus Molly and Willie Regal. Repeat of last week, only William Regal's got an injury. So Molly's picked a new tag team partner, and that is none other than The Big Show. So you're thinking, right, Big Show's coming out. He means business. Molly Holly has got a result here. She's traded William Regal for the Big Show. But what happens? They lose the match. Last week with William Regal, they won. This week with the big bad Big Show, they lose. If this didn't, and I know Big Show didn't take the loss or whatever, but I mean, if this just didn't speak volumes for how pissed the Big Show is,
It was just a worse match, wasn't it? It wasn't.
Yeah, it wasn't entertaining. Wasn't good. There was nothing good about it. Big Show at the end after Trish pins Molly. Big Show gets a table. Looks like he's going to put Bubba through it. Trish then brings in a steel chair, but doesn't really work. Big Show smacks it out her hands. Goes to put a choke slam on Trish, but Bubba Ray nails Big Show with a chair, and then Bubba and Trish escape. Big Show is pissed off. I'm a big angry giant, and he smashes the table.
He's just garbage.
Boring. Fucking boring as fuck.
He is. No, he really, really is.
Last week, the tag team match, mixed tag, was really fun. We put it in our top 5 moments. This match will not be getting in the top 5 moments. I think it's safe to say.
I mean, we get Big Show back to back here.
Yeah, Big Show is with Shawn Michaels. Shawn still looking for Triple H. Bumps in the Big Show. Big Show asks Shawn if you saw what happened to him. Shawn says he doesn't have time for him right now. Big Show's very annoyed and frustrated with HBK. Why the fuck would HBK care about the fact that Big Show tried to choke slam Trish Stratus through a table and Bubba Ray stopped him?
Hey, you do what I did, John.
I think they made it perfectly clear last week when Big Show was sort of threatening Shawn Michaels, and Shawn Michaels was went, well, Big Show, if you want to find out if I'm tough, if I've still got it, then let's do it. It's like, but Big Show's acting as if that didn't happen last week.
Yeah, it's almost like it's happened to a sink.
Big Show thinks they're still in the NWO.
Yeah.
Hey, Shawn, do you see what happened to me, Shawn? I mean,
Where's the black and white, Shawn?
Shawn doesn't care.
Shawn.
I just did not get this promo whatsoever.
Shawn. No, I didn't. You know what? I don't.
Oh, Big Show just dragging. HBK's had a really good.
What I get about it is they're hinting at the fact Big Show could have something to do later on, but who cares?
True,
really?
but I just feel like.
Imagine though it came out as Big Show. Anyway, Ric Flair. I'm not feeling Ric Flair at the minute.
Yeah, I haven't felt him since he came
No,
back.
but I understand he's got a bone to pick with Bischoff, but like, see when he had like a bone to pick with Foley and TNA or WWE, he's fucking, you know, it's energetic. Here he's like, congratulations. Oh, it's Bish.
Yeah, Rick pulls Jeff Hardy up and he says that, look, every week, every night you go out and break your legs just for ratings. You don't have to do it.
Hell, you might break your neck.
Then Bischoff comes across. Rick asks Bischoff if he agrees, and Bischoff is like, nah, I want the ratings.
I want the ratings, Bish.
And Bischoff's like, you know what, Jeff? You've been putting on a show as of late. Tonight, you're getting Bradshaw in a hardcore title match. Rick's got a big announcement. Eric asks Rick what the announcement is. Rick says that it's always best to wait for the last moment. We then get Mae Young and Moolah enter. They're trying to kiss Eric Bischoff. Moolah says that if Eric doesn't let her promote her book, she will let Mae kiss you more, and Eric agrees. He's like, okay, you can go and promote your shitty book.
Exactly 3 minutes.
Hardcore title match, Bradshaw versus Jeff Hardy. Decent hardcore match, I guess. Jeff brings out a ladder, swanton.
I definitely do prefer the hardcore division to the cruiserweight.
Yeah, it's just more entertaining. And
like, I like Ray, but you can even tell by Ray's debut that he just seems like more of a main roster guy on this. You know, like he seems like the guy that's going to be involved with the main guys rather than just the cruiserweights.
Yeah, cruiser. You're never. I just don't see how cruiserweights can ever main event.
No, I mean the same goes for the hardcore title. But
I disagree. No, Undertaker was hardcore champion and wouldn't have looked at place.
True, but I feel like at this point we're past that.
And even if you can say that, well, Rey Mysterio when he first comes in, he doesn't feel like a main eventer. But even if Rey Mysterio in 5 years' time went back to the cruiserweight title, there's no one really on Rey Mysterio's level in the cruiserweight division that would feel like a
ooh, Chavo.
And plus, does Rey Mysterio not feel like a main eventer because he's taking on bigger guys in the main event? Once you put him in a match with someone his own size, it just loses its appeal.
Yeah.
So I would say the hardcore title is much more main event level and main event worthy than the Rey Mysterio and the cruiserweight belt is.
I would agree, but Jeff Hardy beats Bradshaw, damn it.
But then Johnny the Bull comes out, hits Hardy from behind, wins the hardcore title. Bradshaw then gives Johnny a clothesline from hell and pins him to recapture it. But then Tommy Dreamer runs in. He's been getting his ass whipped by Brock lately, but he comes in, He whacks Bradshaw in the head, pins him, and then Tommy Dreamer escapes through the crowd. Finally gets his belt off one of the referees.
Yeah, it was a bit awkward. They actually had to poke him with a candlestick, which
I'm over here, bitch.
We then cut backstage. We've got the Un-Americans with William Regal. William Regal's like, yes, Winston Churchill was right about this place. It's shit.
See, when you see William Regal with anti-Americans, you just know it's going to be a good promo.
You just know it's going to be some fucking serious American.
Tess asked Regal how his injury is. Regal totally forgot he had an injury. Like, oh yeah, it's like a lightning rod down my leg.
Oh yes. And then Benoit comes at the green room, and they're like, yeah, you're a real Canadian.
And Regal's like, I'm going to get a rub down. Fucking rub down.
A rub down.
Then Christian wishes Benoit luck in his match tonight. Benoit says he will not disappoint. So, I mean, could Benoit be getting at it to the Un-Americans? I don't know. I guess he is Canadian after all. Intercontinental title match, RVD versus Chris Benoit. Great match.
Yes, I really enjoyed this match. No, Benoit's better than Guerrero, right? Fucking obviously.
This was a fantastic Intercontinental title match. Benoit ends up cheating, pins Rob Van Dam with his feet on the ropes, but we got everything in this. Benoit had the crossface locked in multiple times. RVD kept getting to the ropes. In the end, he rolled through. Benoit rolled through, and then Benoit cheats to win. So Benoit was talking about how he doesn't need luck. Maybe he needs cheating.
And he's took off a Guerrero. But you know what? I think Benoit needed a belt. I feel like he'd been lost in mediocrity recently, even though he's only been back like about a month and a half.
Yeah, RVD wasn't happy about what happened, but who knows? Maybe he'll get a rematch. If Eric Bischoff's a fair guy, it's probably only right that he gets a rematch. Then backstage, Michaels tells the security guard to tell Triple H when he arrives that he'll be waiting for him in the parking lot. So Shawn is heading to the parking lot. In the ring, it is time for Mae Young and Moolah to introduce their new book. They start promoting it. Moolah starts talking, but
it's an awful promo.
It is, but Bischoff thankfully keeps interrupting them, saying that you're just not entertaining me. Bischoff says they need to hurry up. He's not got a lot of time left. Bischoff then asks if the book's finished. Moolah says
no.
It is, and Bischoff tells her that that's unfortunate because the last chapter is about to be written. An outcome 3-minute warning.
But see Mueller though, right? She's cutting this promo, but looking at Bischoff. She's not actually addressing the fans.
Yeah.
I know you could say she's senile, but I think it was...
Well, fair play, because I tell you what, Jamal and Rosie came out and laid the smackdown here.
They just killed both of them.
And all the bumps looked like it looked legit, man. It looked like they did destroy them. Even see the splash off the top rope. It doesn't matter how good a wrestler you are. Being that big... no matter how you land, you're going to come down with some sort of impact. And this is a frail 80-year-old woman.
Yeah, this isn't a wrestler in his prime who's built muscle mass. This is somebody who's done no muscle mass and is a bump away from death.
So, you know what? I totally respect Mae Young and Eula. Like the bumps that they've took, even Mae Young getting powerbombed through a table by the Dudleys a few years ago. Big respect. Bischoff then goes to the ring as Mae Young is taken out on a stretcher. Bischoff says all he has to do is snap his fingers and stuff happens. And the Undertaker comes out, he confronts Bischoff. Undertaker dares Bischoff to snap his fingers now, sees what happens. For some reason, Christopher Nowinski comes out and thinks it would be a good idea to back up Bischoff here against the Undertaker.
Didn't he look like Christopher Nowinski?
It didn't. It looked like somebody else. Nowinski wants Bischoff to make Undertaker apologise for him last week. Bischoff ain't going to do that, but what he is going to do is going to give Nowinski a chance to get an apology to Taker because he books a match. It's not what Nowinski wanted. He changes his tune. Now Nowinski's on Undertaker's side. He says, nobody tells the Undertaker what to do. Undertaker says, yeah, the kid's right. But he's going to do what Bischoff said because Undertaker wants to do it. And then we get Undertaker versus Nowinski. And it's basically just Taker battering the hell out of Christopher Nowinski.
It's a bit of a bullying match, but Taker eventually does win it. But what happens to the dead man? The American Badass. He gets took out by the Un-Americans.
He does, and you know, it was a pretty good beatdown, but the first concerto by Christian and Storm, they totally missed.
No, I think this. I think it's an element if they don't want to fuck Taker up. I think that could be a case.
It could be like...
it could be them wanting to play safe.
It probably is. Although, at least they've done it a second time.
Yeah.
I think it would have been worse if they'd done it and then Taker had to sell it.
But see, they knew Taker's not just going to sell that. He's like, he'd rather get injured doing it than not like selling the fake one. But it was nowhere near.
The second one looked alright. The second one was decent, but
why couldn't it have been the first though?
Yeah,
that's what we're always going to think.
Now I think they're trying to play it off as we're going to do two because he's Undertaker.
Aye,
but in reality the first one was a mile off. But Test then takes a microphone, stands over Undertaker, and says, "Here lies your American badass."
Line for the promo for SummerSlam,
and they wave the American flag upside down over Taker's not dead body, but you know.
You know what? I'll say this: the Un-Americans warranted a feud against Taker. They've earned it.
Aye, definitely, and I think that's what they need: a big feud against the big man, the Undertaker. Backstage, we see them celebrating. Test says they still have one more task to complete tonight. Then we got the Coach and The Rock, and it was just one of the great Rock promos.
Yeah, The Rock talking about the fact that Coachman, when he used to go home to his farm in Kansas City, he used to go into the barn and play with the cows. And Coach is like, Rock, I don't remember doing it. Come on, Coach. Don't let The Rock embarrass you in front of national television. He's like, The Rock, it was one time, man. Rock's like, what in the blue hell are you? I was joking, Coach.
You admit to that, you sick freak? Why
Rock,
would you admit to that?
The Coach is good.
And then The Rock's like, oh, look, there's a cow. And Coach turns around and he boots him in the ass. Get out of here, you sick freak.
Like, some people may argue, right, this is too long and too dragged, but The Rock could do this for an hour, man.
Yeah, I think anyone else would struggle, but with The Rock...
See now, like, look at Ricochet. Cut promo Logan Paul was over about 20 seconds. The Rock's talking here, strutting like Flair, and he does it off camera, and people are going, Rock, just going ballistic.
Yeah, Rock putting over his match tonight with the Nature Boy, Ric Flair. Woo! And that match is going to happen in the main event. Then Triple H comes to the ring. He says that he doesn't solve his problems in parking lots, he solves them in the ring. He gives an explanation of why he pedigreed HBK last week. And this is what, like I was saying, it doesn't even seem like Triple H was heel here. He was basically putting the blame on Michaels, saying that he was willing to do whatever it took for Shawn back in the day. He was, Shawn Michaels' number two. He was under Shawn Michaels. He carried Shawn Michaels' bags while Michaels was being the showstopper and the icon. And now that HBK's career is over, HBK won't do the same for him. And Triple H kind of played HBK off here as selfish and not the friend that he was.
I think he's within reason, definitely. I think he's entitled to feel that way, Triple H. And I do like the fact that they went with this, because it meant in this feud you've kind of got like two heel turns in one for Triple H. You've first got the pedigree when they're DX, and then the big reveal, which is coming soon, which I was a big fan of.
Triple H then gives an ultimatum. He says that HBK could come out and try and fight him, or that HBK could put his pride aside, walk down the ring, and accept his role and disabilities. Disabilities.
God damn.
It's a dagger to the heart there for Triple H. Then he gets told something by the stage manager. He runs to the back to the parking lot, and we find Shawn Michaels unconscious in a pool of blood. Very good effects here. You see Michaels down. It looks like his face is all cut open. Glass everywhere. Blood everywhere.
Even the effect on the car window looked legit.
Yeah, like the big head print in the window. It's like, when do you get something like this now? You fucking don't.
You actually care though. If they did it now, you'd be like, well, it's just Johnny Gargano.
Yeah, Triple H kneels down beside Michaels. He's yelling for somebody to get help. Bischoff then grins at Triple H and says, I heard you played dirty, but I had no idea. Then Triple H screams at Bischoff and denies having anything to do with it, saying he wouldn't do this to his best friend.
He actually says, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck you, Bischoff.
I've got hey, Paul, that was pretty extreme.
Tell you what, Raw's picked up so much. WWE's picked up in general, to be honest, since McMahon announced these two GMs.
Yeah.
And every show's been great.
Exactly.
We're on a run of really good shows, because I felt for a while we were going through a period where Raw was average, and then you were getting like good SmackDowns, but then the next one would maybe just be decent, followed by another good one.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, for about 4, 5, 6 shows now, WWE's been hitting it out the park. Anyway, main event, Rock versus Ric Flair. Again, it was an average Ric Flair match.
Flair took a couple of bumps, but again, I was going to say, I think some of Flair's work's best yet to come, but I mean, he is like, 52 at this stage, but I just don't think his heart isn't in it. And see when he talks about Triple H got his heart back in it, he did. I know what Triple H told him. You're the man. You're the nature boy. 16 time, but you're not getting 17, brother. You're watching me get a million. That's what Triple H pretty much told him. But The Rock beats Ric Flair.
See if Ric Flair continued with these sort of performances, he would not have made it to 2008.
No, absolutely not. I don't think he would have made it much longer, really.
Maybe the end of the year.
Yeah.
I don't think he'd have made it out of 2003. Definitely not.
I actually think this match and segment kind of should have probably been before the Triple H Michaels stuff, because The Rock wins, celebrates, Flair takes the mic. You think he's going to retire? Guess you could argue, well, Flair's going to retire, that should be the ending segment. But again, even here, like, I know he only spoke for about 15 seconds, but he just didn't really get the sense he was retiring. He was like, I'm the nature boy, and then Jericho's music plays, Jericho comes from behind, beats him up, he's like, you stole my announcement, Jericho,
Raw
hits him with
is
Jericho.
Steel chair, and then Jericho says that from now on, Raw is Jericho. And that was the end of Raw. I mean, I do think Triple H finding Shawn Michaels should have been the ending.
Yeah.
But I understand why they went with The Rock versus Ric Flair, then the big reveal that Chris Jericho is the new member of Raw.
And they did kind of hint throughout the show that it was actually going to be Van Damme and Benoit ending the show, so they must have switched or something.
Yeah, no, I can see why it was Rock versus Flair. I mean, Rock Flair's the champ.
That's a dream match.
Rock Flair, The Rock's the champ.
Yeah, it's a dream match.
Dream match.
But you know what, guys? I'm going to get an 8 out of 10. I thought it was a very strong Raw. I mean, the Concerto botch was pretty bad. I can't deny that. And there was a few promos that were a wee bit off, but I think it was pretty good.
Yeah, I'll give you an 8 out of 10 as well. Another really good Raw. Some good matches. Shawn Michaels back to his best, which is good to see.
And it's actually a competition, man. For too long, it was SmackDown. Took the baton and ran away. But can it bounce back this week, guys? SmackDown. We'll have to wait and see. But until next time, 8 out of 10. Peace.